Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back in with another cryptocurrency video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Kyber network. This is a cryptocurrency that's been around for a while, and overall I have already covered this coin actually a while back. I was spot on with my prediction, and we are moving even more towards a bullish direction. So this is why I'm making this video today, and we also have the launch of Kyber Network 3.0, which I'll be talking about as well in this video. So a lot of good news coming through for Knc Token. And if you're interested in investing or trading Kyber Network, make sure to check out Binance. It's the exchange that I use personally. I'm not sponsored by them. They're just my favorite exchange. So if you do want to buy or invest in Kyber Network, make sure to check out Binance. Link to that in the description of this video. So overall, Kyber Network is currently at $2.82. We've got a smaller market cap of $577 million. What's funny with Kyber Network is this was actually one of the cryptos that initiated this bull run here, and it slowed down for a while there, but now it really started picking back up, and we're very quickly moving towards, first off, a breakout. We're breaking out right now as we speak above this previous high right here. So we already completed a portion of this cup and handle pattern, and now we will be looking at very quickly here, probably within the next week or two, a move above $3 plus. And I think that's what's going to initiate that move towards $5, which I will talk about more in just a second. But overall here, got a couple interesting indicators. We're also going to take a look at some of the on-chain statistics. But first off, we've got the new indicator here on coinmarketcap.com, total value locked, right? So this is total assets value currently staked or locked in the protocol, and it's currently around 15 million, so not actually that much. This should tremendously grow in the coming months, and obviously that'll put more pressure on the price, probably increasing the price along with the market cap, right? So still very undervalued in many ways. Kyber Network is a more low-key cryptocurrency, but as you can see, it's actually been performing very well, and I think it's going to continue to actually be quite stable and be able to make new advancements and take more market share. Current market dominance only 0.03. This is actually one of the better DeFi, cryptocurrencies, and it works in a lot of different ways, right? It is, almost a little bit of a chain link in terms of DeFi, and I think that's what I like about this this crypto. So let's take a look at some of the on-chain statistics here. What we're going to see is increase in net network growth. So many people are creating new addresses. Most people are actually now in the money, so that is bullish. And we've got a bump up in the large transactions indicator. So as you can see here, $87 million as far as transactions, over 100K in the last 7 days. But what's really key here is the majority of that was literally on March 17th. So we've got a nice little bump up there as well that's worth mentioning. And overall here, this is, a very brief overview of all those statistics that you're going to see on this page here. We're going to move over to some bit of news here, which is, of course, the Kyber Network 3.0 launch, which will be coming out soon. And, as they mentioned here, new governance features and lower Ethereum fees, which is actually, why this is quite anticipated. And I think they're going to be very successful in that. We're going to take a look at their blog post, which talks a little bit more in detail about what's coming out, but you're going to see a lot of interesting things that will really put Kyber Network more in the forefront of this move towards DeFi. So a couple things that is worth pointing out. Of course, Kyber Network is an on-chain liquidity protocol that aggregates liquidity from multiple sources to enable instant token swaps on any decentralized application, right? The nitty-gritty of this can be a little bit harder to understand, but key thing is on-chain liquidity protocol. On-chain is very key here, and it aggregates liquidity from multiple sources, right? So, almost a market maker type aspect here, which is their DMM. We're going to also talk about that in just a second, but Kyber Network will transition Kyber from a single protocol into a hub of purpose-driven liquidity protocols that are catered to different DeFi use cases. And that's what I was talking about, right? That's why I mentioned the chain link comparison, right? This is really going to be a multifaceted protocol for the DeFi space, and that is very needed as well. So there are two phases in the launch, Katana and Kaizen. Katana will be in Q1 and Q2 of 2021, and of course afterwards we're going to have Kaizen. So just wanted to run down some of the basics there so that everyone had a good understanding of, what's up with Kyber Network 3.0 and what actually is Kyber Network, right? That's just a brief overview. And if you take a look at their Twitter, they're talking about this launch of, the Kyber Network 3.0 transition, and how that is gonna improve the architecture. They call it the biggest change to Kyber's architecture, and they've got the new DMM and Knc migration proposal. So we're going to really look into what that DMM is, because I think that's going to be one of the biggest factors here for Kyber Network moving forward. And so as you're going to see, right, the new liquidity protocol called Kyber DMM is DeFi's first automated dynamic market maker, and this will provide important benefits to liquidity providers, allowing for permissionless liquidity contribution from anyone and access to this liquidity by any taker. Now, that might seem a little bit hard to understand, but one thing that'll really put this into perspective for you is how much this actually reduces slippage in terms of the transactions, right? And that is really why you're going to see this really take off. So they talk a little bit more about this right here, but they show a comparison of the slippage that occurs, right, with this type of liquidity providing. And what you're going to see here is that typical AMMs, which was the previous, model, sort of a one-size-fits-all approach that is actually not very price efficient in terms of the fees, and the most common curve used in Uniswap's model, right? So if we look at now this DMM new liquidity protocol, what this does is a drastic reduction in slippage, right? So you'll see that previously here we're around 8%, 11% slippage. That is huge. And here we're going to be moving from anywhere between 2 to even 0.1% slippage, which is much more realistic in terms of the needs for the cryptocurrency industry moving forward, right? DeFi is, absolutely going to take off in my opinion, and there's going to be a need to lower those fees, because right now with the gas fees, etc., it is very, very expensive. But this will overall put so much less pressure on the DeFi space. So I think they're really going to get a huge use case here in terms of what this can do for the industry as a whole. And a little bit more about this, right? They've got the lower fees. They map everything out here in terms of the impermanent loss. But once again, right, reducing the fees, causing better integration between all these different networks, that is what Kyber is all about. And we will go ahead and take a look at their website here. Another thing that I wanted to talk about briefly was the staking of the Knc Token, right, which is also known as Kyber Network Crystals. The Kyber DAO is the community platform that allows Knc token holders to participate in governance. And you can see how this works here, right, where the Knc holder stakes their token, can then govern the network. There is also a burn that is from the network fees, and also, you can then receive ETH rewards from this, right? So very, very interesting model. In return, they receive rewards in ETH from network fees collected from various trading activities in the Kyber network. You can see kind of how this works and the value in this. They also got a pretty cool indicator here of the total amounts of fees, the total burn, etc. And this is something, once again, as the network grows, as the protocol grows, that is going to increase as the fees become more prevalent just from the usage, right? And then that will actually increase the value of Knc itself. This is going to be it for my video review of Kyber Network and price prediction in 2021. To conclude here, I'm not going to go any in-depth analysis on the chart. As you can see, very steady and nice uptrend that I expect to continue for Kyber Network, and I expect this larger cup and handle formation to fully complete, which means that we will be returning to an all-time high, in my opinion, within the next year. Expect that move first above $3, and then pretty shortly thereafter the move above $5. That could happen within the next 6 months even. And really here in the next 1 to 2 years, we're going to be looking at Kyber Network becoming a $1 to $2 billion plus cryptocurrency, something that could really even grow much larger than that as the DeFi space itself grows. So very interesting cryptocurrency, great model behind it, great team, huge firms that are backing it and institutions, has everything I think that it needs to really become a very successful crypto. And I mean, in many ways, it already is. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in purchasing and investing in Kyber Network, make sure to check out Binance, my favorite exchange, in the link below. And I will leave you for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.